What is up, YouTube? My Madden 23 review after been playing the game for a week. I'm going to try to talk about the menus, the gameplay, all the little aspects of Madden, and give my review. In the background, you're going to see two gameplays from head-to-head seasons. The first one being, my good friend Mars that we did play. Probably see him down in the comments below. The second one being a win and get into the playoffs. So let's get into it. First up, we got menus and the new sets. I love the new 2.0 sets. They're really helpful. Being able to complete or auto-complete them is nice. And also going from the auction house to your binder back to sets in one area is quite convenient. I am though still getting used to the hang of it, but overall it's a solid way of life upgrade. But now let's talk about the bad side of this and the stupid little screen you get after buying each and every single card on the block. Like, oh my god, why do we have to see the rewards after just buying one card? It's forced me now to really use the companion app even more because, well, when the servers are slow, it might take up to 20 and 30 seconds just to get back on the filter after you only buy one card. I don't even know why this was a thing. There's no way someone said this was a good idea. The only explanation is that with the new XP system, they needed a screen or area that could probably keep track of the progress and stuff, but well, we know, we'll talk about it a little bit. Clearly that didn't work as well. So the menus, I'm going to give a 6 out of 10, mainly because the little screen you get after buying one card is just irritating, man. It's irritating. It would probably be a 9 out of 10 if I'm being honest. It's just as a menu merchant investor, I like to grind my coin methods. I'm buying in bulk for the most part, and having to back out and waste 20 seconds in between each card is just annoying. Next up, we've got content and coin making, yada yada yada. So far, content, if I'm being completely honest, has been amazing. We've got headliners, we've got team builders, we even got unsung heroes we didn't know we were going to get, and then we got all Madden, and so far, it's just been great. We still have legends. We still have campus heroes we're probably getting in the next 2 weeks. Content has been really probably a 10 out of 10. Each promo has its own purpose. Headliners being the first main attraction. You've got your standard rerolls, your heroes, and your champions. I'm sure the content structure will get pretty stale. I enjoy it now because I like the heroes. The 86 heroes actually build and make my team. Once I start upgrading my team's a little better. I'm sure I'll just be looking at the champions and the LTDs and the content structure of, the baby cards, the low elites into the heroes, into the champions. Will get kind of stale. Another small tidbit that is amazing is the ability to take off pre-built on abilities. Last year, I felt like so many cards were ruined, and especially me, I'm very picky with my abilities. If they don't have the exact ones that I run, I won't use them. So I lost out on the option to use a ton of cards last year. Now that with the ability to take off those pre-built abilities, it just makes the player pool, at least the card pool for me, a lot bigger. I'm, as of right now, especially with the Headliners program, having all built on abilities, I am loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We also have our team builders and our unsung heroes, and those really provide for the theme team some budget beasts. And they also are going to give us, and for a lot of you guys, they're a main coin making. They're the core of the coin making method that everyone right now is doing in the community. Their sets also give value to high golds and low elites, which again creates more pack value, and that's always a W. And then you got all Madden, and if I'm being honest, this is probably the best batch of those first legends we've seen in a long time. I mean, Randy Moss, Lawrence Taylor, Ronnie Law, and we're probably going to get 4 to 8 more legends this weekend because I can't really see them dropping only 2 legends for those legend bundles and those legend packs. Those will get pretty dry, I guess you could say. So we're probably going to get another 4 to 6 legends this weekend. The legends have been amazing. Hopefully they can keep it up throughout the year. The only negative coin making wise was the removal of the gap pack. Don't ask me why they took it out. I guess it's because silvers don't exist, but you could always just make the get a gold maybe like 1,500 coins instead of 2,400. Because as of right now, unless you pull a 78 rated or higher, it's really hard to make coins. I mean, you could put your low golds, your 74s and 75s into playbooks, but that's going to take a while. The gap pack was one of my, not go-to, I didn't really use it that much, but it was the core of a lot of people when it comes to making coins, and taking that out is just kind of a slap in the face to the grinders, I guess you could say, of the market. And I don't know, I don't really understand why they took it out, but I get it is what it is. We can't really do anything about it. Other than that, everything really is normal. You got the removal of power-ups, which also helps people build their teams. They don't gotta waste millions on the +1s. The last part of the menus I want to talk about is Field Pass, the biggest new thing, I guess you could say, in Madden 23. And I think they finally nailed that medium between grinding and playing and kicking field goals for 1 day straight, getting to level 50, and the rewards not being that good. Right now, the rewards are amazing. I mean, last year you get 10k for level 46 or level 47, and you're able to get like over 200,000 coins a bunch of the cards are really good. Like, I know last year we had great champions for Season 1. We had Devin Hester, and we had George Kittle, and Linval Joseph. But after that, I think the team champions, or I guess you could say season champions, and the level rewards really fell off. I mean, right now, Miles Sanders is still my running back. Zach Cunningham, I guess you could say, is my starting middle linebacker. CeeDee Lamb is my favorite receiver right now in the game, and I still have not gotten Stephon Gilmore and Dave Casper. You also get a healthy amount of packs to where I don't spend money on packs. I'm no money spending. I can open quite a lot of packs because you get probably one every 2 levels between the 3 passes we have right now. I love the system also of leveling up, where the replayability, probably the most important thing for me in terms of video games. It's the most important thing, replayability. What is going to get me to log on the game every single day rather than just like hopping on to make coins or play games. And having to like do the little things. Like, I've been playing solo battles usually once a night. I've been playing head-to-head seasons way more than I did last year. And it's because there's just these ways to get XP, and it's the only way you get XP, but it's a good way. I personally didn't like the grinding. I thought it was corny. I thought we'd get it done in one day, and like that would be it. It was just a little. People liked it. Personally, me, I wasn't a fan. And right now, I think it's, you get rewarded for playing the game, like wins, head to head. My only complaint is Weekend League. I would get top 100 mostly every week, and I'm a very competitive person, and I think they watered down the rewards for the very good players. Weekend League should be its own thing. Like, Weekend League is where if you're good and you play good, you should be rewarded good. And as of right now, you don't get anything for actually completing and finishing in top 100. Like, I know you get competitive points, and you get more competitive points for MUT Champions wins, but you don't have to do that, right? Like, if you don't get wins, just go play solo battles, go play head-to-head. So it's not in terms of, there always is that. Like, you can always go and just play head-to-head, but I think Weekend League was that one area for me personally where, because I don't play MCS, and it's the most competitive gameplay style you can get. I miss it, man. I miss logging on Thursday through Sunday, playing the very best, and we were being rewarded. The rewards weren't great, but I just enjoyed getting the reward for actually, winning games. And now it's like I'm going against double loop, and I don't actually get anything. I'm just getting competitive points, which rewards are amazing. Trevor Lawrence is awesome. You get a bunch of packs. You get a bunch of XP. I don't know, man. I just think head-to-head seasons, you have great rewards for winning a Super Bowl. Why don't we have rewards for also like solo battles in Weekend League? That probably does change. I think there's going to be a lot of complaints. They're probably going to add it, but it just, I don't know. There's a little something like, hey, if you get top 100, you get 100K, you get legend, you get 50. Little things like that, I think could go a long way to, just, it feels like they've scaled back in terms of the ceiling you can make in terms of being a good player. Sorry, I'm rambling a little bit. So that's the menus. I want to get now into gameplay, give you guys an understanding if you've never watched my content. I am a pretty good player. I've won, 2 Super Bowls in 3 seasons. I got top 100 almost every single week last year, went 11-1, I guess, this week. So I at least have an understanding, and I know how gameplay should work, why it works, what makes gameplay good and bad. Firstly, I'm going to start with the bad, because there's one huge issue with Madden 23, and it's the offensive line. I'm not too worried about the loop. The loop is fine. It takes a while to actually, come around the offensive line and sack you. The problem is the disengages from the interior defensive line are awful. I mean, you're watching the gameplay right now. Just watch the pressure I am enduring from not really the edges. Like, yes, the edges got pressure. It's the interior. The interior just in your face. You can't step up. I think that's the worst thing about Madden 23, and I think they've fixed that. A lot of the issues, like man coverage being sticky, I don't think man coverage is that good. My players get open. I just don't have time to throw the ball because, one, my release is not that good and fast, and the other time, I'm just getting sacked. So I think a lot of issues stem from the offensive line being awful. I love the movement. I love the new running. Even the run blocking is amazing. You feel a lot, the game looks a lot better. I love the new player models, the skinnier shoulder pads, and like juking, spinning, jurtling, trucking. Last year was just the spin. This year you have a plethora of moves I think all have their benefits and their weaknesses. It just feels a lot more natural. The hitting, you actually force fumbles, it feels like this year when you hit a nice hit stick. The tackling system, when you have a 2-on-1, the running back is not going to move an inch if you have 2 big 350 defensive tackles, running in front of the player and hitting him. I love the new tackling system. Zones I think are solid right now. Main coverage is fine. Once we get past leading abilities and past velocity abilities, you're going to see offense become a lot more easier. The foundation of this game is much better than Madden 22. Madden 22 had issues we were never going to fix. Zones were awful. Offense was always going to be overpowered. You couldn't stop wheel routes. Contains were terrible. And Escape Artist, they still haven't fixed it. They just made it an X factor. Madden 23 has a much better foundation where if they fix the offensive line play, you're going to notice your man coverage routes are actually getting open. You have time to throw them, and it's going to be a more balanced game. I have high hopes for Madden 23. There's little things that I think are fixable. Last year we didn't have anything fixable. This year we do. Madden 23 can go down as one of the best games we've seen over the past 4 to 5 years, where Madden 22 wasn't... I mean, I was a fan. I didn't really care. I'm going to play this game no matter what. It's become my job story, you would say. Madden 23, I'm going to play it no matter what. There's a lot more buzz and excitement around Madden 23 than Madden 22, so I'm happy in terms of the community standpoint. Gameplay-wise, though, there's some things that need to be tinkered with, and if offensive line gets fixed, I guess you could say D-line also. The defensive line picks are a little bit overpowered, especially like defensive ends on contains, picking off throws to the flats. That's pretty ludicrous. But that's my review, man. I think Madden 23 has a much better foundation. There's little glitches in terms of the menus like sets, XP not tracking, but that's Madden. They're always going to have those issues. We can't expect them to be... I mean, we should expect them, but we can't, right? It's Madden. But that's all for this video, Madden 23. You guys give me your comments, review down below. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. And until next time, peace.